Wow. Just wow. This month's issue of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was solid. Completely solid. It was frickin' mint. If you told me to decide was this month's Go-Go good or was this month's Mighty Morphin good, I would say this month's Mighty Morphin issue would take the cake because holy crap, so much payoff that happened in Go-Go and previous issues are paying off in this issue. Like there was payoff that happened last year and at the start of the year in Go-Go that paid off in this issue. Holy crap, we're going to talk about it right now in this review of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 42.
All that power. All that power. All that power.
Now first off, we've got to talk about the cover because the cover is probably one of my favourite covers we've gotten so far for Necessary Evil. Now, this cover was shown off. We got a preview cover of this like maybe back in March or April, ages ago before Necessary Evil even started, and it was a pretty good cover. Like it was a pretty good cover before it. There was a lot of space, a lot of like open panels, and I got the feeling that something was up with this cover because there was a lot of open space on it, and I knew that they had to be hiding something with this cover. What that was, I had no idea because it was before the big Stone Canyon Trio reveal. And then, when you look at the full preview of this cover, the actual cover, it's got just this really good layout where it's got Rocky, Adam, and Aisha morphed, and then in the panels beside them you just see their face. It looks really, really cool. I freaking love it. It's one of my favorite panels. I wonder if I can get this like in a separate print or something, because this is a really cool looking panel and I do like it. Just the spacing and the artwork. It looks really freaking cool. So the issue opens up with the 6 Rangers fighting off these spider-like putties, and Dayne is watching them in the distance. He's studying their movements. He's learning which Rangers he needs to separate and take down first because one of them might be a problem for him. But he's come to the conclusion that if he takes out Tommy, the rest will fall, because he says Tommy is a loner pretending to be a leader, which is really surprising that he's caught on to that already. Like, Dayne has been spying on the Rangers for God knows how long, but he's already learnt their movements, and at the end of the issue it really pays off of him spying on them because he already knows their weaknesses, and you can tell that in the next issue they're definitely going to get curve stomped by Dayne. If you remember the cover for issue 43, you can definitely tell that they're going to get their asses kicked by Dayne in the next issue. Now, there's one thing I also enjoyed while Dayne is spying on the Rangers. The Rangers have a bit of banter back and forth, mostly the Stone Canyon Trio, where they're just talking back and forth, and one of the lines I did enjoy was Adam asking if the Blade Blasters ever run out of ammo, and I believe it's Adam that says this. He says, I thought that the Z on those Z putties were a lightning bolt, which was a funny little remark. I guess it's an inside joke that Ryan knows or fans made about Power Rangers back in the day, but I did like that line of dialogue that Adam had it in the comics. But fun little bit of banter in the comics for the Stone Canyon Trio. We're slowly getting to know them each issue, which is really fun. We then cut to Safe Haven, where the Blue Emissary is offering Garrison Vox to join him, or to join the Rangers and let them help him control his power, and Garrison Vox is like, no thanks, I like being powerful because I feel blessed with this power, and some of you think it's a curse. And as Garrison Vox is talking, you see this like close-up of his face. You see one half of his face close-up where he's got this menacing look on his face, and then on the panel beside it, it's a close-up of Kia, and she's looking scared. So it's sort of like a parallel thing where Garrison Vox relishes in this brand new power. He's glad he's got this power to help him like take over places and just fuck shit up, and then Kia, who is scared of her power, and she's sort of learning to control it, and we learn a bit about her backstory, which we'll get to in a bit. But it's a cool little parallel where you see someone like Garrison Vox relishing with a menacing look on his face, so he's glad that he's powerful, and Kaya is sort of disgusted and scared about everything that he's saying. And Garrison Vox does sort of talk about Chekhov's urns, where he says, when I get out of here, I'm taking you all down. So A bit of prediction later down the line what's going to probably happen in Necessary Evil, who knows. I know that vase is Chekhov's gun that I talked about last issue, but we'll find out when we get to it. After that, we then cut to Kia and Trini talking on the rooftop, and this is where we learn a little bit about Kia's past. And we sort of learn how she woke up and she was infused with the power of the Morphin Grid. And her power that she was infused with the Morphin Grid, unfortunately, killed her whole family, and she lost her little brother that would have been 4 years old on this day. So it's a sad backstory for Kia that she views her powers as a curse because when she woke up with him and couldn't control them, she lost a lot of people that were important to her. So I'm guessing she views these powers as a curse, which really sad backstory, but I'm glad that we're learning a bit more about this character as we're opening up to her and learning bits and pieces about her past as she bonds with Trini. So that was a nice little bit of backstory we learnt for the character. After that, we have a 2-page intermission where we have Kim and Tommy having a jog around the Great Wall of China. Yes, the Great Wall of China. They're jogging around the Great Wall of China like it's nothing. Well, they are getting tired and exhausted, but this is a really well-drawn panel. I love Danielle's art style. He's like got that anime art style that I always bring up that I just love about it, that he always does. It's a his art is so freaking cool, I just love it. But what's also interesting as they're going out for their morning jog, Tommy is wearing green. He's wearing green sneakers and a green sweatshirt to jog in. So why is he wearing green? No idea. I guess if you're jogging white and you're going to be working up a sweat, that's going to leave a bad image, leaving sweat marks everywhere. But either way, it was a really nice bit of information. I have no idea why Tommy is wearing green, but it was a funny bit of information that we saw in the panel, and just the contrast and the colours for this bit where they're in China is really freaking cool. I didn't like how this was drawn. After that, we then cut back to Safe Haven, where these next few pages are the meat and potatoes of this issue. This bit of the issue we got was so freaking cool. So the Rangers are going back to Breel. The Omega Rangers are going back to Breel because there's been an empowerment and someone has tapped into the Morphin Grid is on the planet Breel. Can you guess who it is? It's the freaking Queen of Breel. The Queen of Breel we saw in Go-Go Power Rangers during the Color Swap arc. She is back, and it's really cool to know that they haven't been back to Breel since that little arc. And Jason, Trini, and Zach do ask, "Hey, are we going to swap? Are we going to swap and be different colors this time?" And the Blue Adversary says, "No, you're a lot stronger with the Morphin Grid, so you won't be sharing any minds or swapping colors this time around. You're just going to be having your normal colors." So that's an interesting bit of information, but it shows how much stronger our Rangers are because of their stronger tie to the Morphin Grid with the Omega powers, or maybe how much they've grown as characters and gotten stronger. That's why they're not going to swap colors for this bit. So the Omega Rangers finally arrive on the planet Breel, and I gotta say, I freaking love their party outfits because they look so freaking cool. Jason's wearing this suit where it kind of looks like a mix between Heckle's suit and maybe Captain Marvelous's. I don't know, that's the vibes I'm getting. I love Trini's dress, I love Zach's suit. Kia's wearing a really cool outfit. I mean, these outfits are really freaking cool. So the Rangers sneak themselves into the party, and when they sneak themselves into the party, it is full of cameos. You see the Machine Empire, you see Elgar, you see Dark Honda in the background, you see a few original Power Ranger villains. Now, I did reach out to Danielle and Ryan before I recorded this and during when I recorded this, and I asked them, did Ryan give you notes for the characters to put in this party? And he said Ryan gave him a few names and the rest he just made up on his own, just drawing just random villains for the background. And I gotta say, that's really cool. It's really cool seeing Elgar there, because Elgar just went to the party in out of nowhere, whatever the first episode from Power Rangers in Space is called, and he just winds up on Astronomer's ship. Dark Honda being there makes sense, I guess, because he just works for whoever and just does whatever he wants. Machine Empire makes sense for them to be there because they're going to be the big main villains in Power Rangers Zeo. So it's really cool just seeing these characters. I know it's fan service, but I freaking love it. So we see Queen Adria for the very first time in the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger comics, and I gotta say, I love Danielle's artwork of her. She looks freaking amazing. She's more empowered, she's a lot more powerful since we last saw her, since she's tapped into the Morphin Grid, and she shows off that power by blowing up an alien ship and says, "None of you guys are leaving here, you're all gonna bend the knee or you'll die," including the Power Rangers in attendance. So she already knows that the Power Rangers are here. I have no idea, I guess she can sense other people in the Morphin Grid, so sort of maybe gave her a warning, or she's not an idiot and she knew that the Power Rangers would be coming because they've been going around from planet to planet, like saving people who have been infected by the brand new spurt of the Morphin Grid powers, so I get the feeling like she knew that they would come eventually. So this was a big trap to lure him in. But either way, this is really cool, really freaking cool, and I can't wait to see what she's capable of with these powers. After that, we then cut back to the juice bar, where the first thing we see is Skull oogling his girlfriend, trying to find the best words to describe his girlfriend's eyes. And the word that Bulk says is blue. They're just blue. Which was a fun little joke that did make me laugh, because they're just two little puppies in love, which is kind of adorable. And after that, we then cut down to the bottom panel where Kimberly is talking to Billy, talking about the jogging in China, and Kimberly says the jogging was a good thing because the whole time they were there, he didn't think about Trini. Well, they didn't talk about Trini, Jason, and Zach once, and it was kind of nice, she says. And Billy says they didn't get back to him about coming to visit. And Kimberly says maybe it's just time we admit we're living in two totally different worlds now, which was kind of a funny joke. Well, not a joke, it's kind of a retrospective, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Comparison. It's kind of a comparison because, in a way, yes, Jason, Trini, and Zach are all on a different world right now, on another planet, while they're back on Earth. So after that, they're all eating burgers and food, and after that, on the news, Dayne is attacking, and the Rangers morph, and once again we get another kick-ass morphing panel, which I freaking love. I always love the morphing panels we get when the Rangers morph in the comics, because it's always a different kind of panel style, and a different kind of artwork. It's always freaking cool, and this one is no different. It looks freaking awesome, and I love it. So on the final page, the Rangers confront Dayne in the city, and Dayne is confident as ever because he knows he's going to kick their ass. So Tommy goes, "Blade blasters, everyone fire!" And they don't fire because Dayne is already ready. Like that start of the issue, like pages where Dayne was watching them fight and train, he was ready for whatever they've got, because Dayne is got a device that cuts off their blade blasters. And he goes, "Rangers, I should warn you, this isn't going to be a fair fight." Holy crap, Dayne is going to stomp the yard with the Rangers, because that's where the issue ends for the month. And holy crap, that was freaking amazing. I mean, I was hoping it wouldn't end when I was doing my live reaction. It would end there, because holy crap, I can't wait to see where this fight goes next month in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 43, because I get the feeling the Rangers are going to get their asses kicked by Dayne, and I just want to see that right away. I know it sounds weird, me wanting to see the heroes get their asses kicked so eagerly, but I just want to see Dayne in action. I just want to see what he's capable of as fighting, because he came well prepared, cutting off the blade blasters like that, and probably whatever he knows they can do, like Zords and separate weapons. I want to see what else he's capable of, so I can't wait for this to continue next month. Anyway guys, that was issue 42 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, because your support is greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. All that stuff, me telling you to leave a like and a comment and share the video around, it helps me out a lot more than you think, because it puts me in the algorithm. It helps more Power Ranger fans check out my content if they want to check out my content and see if they like me or not. But anyway guys, Thanks for watching. Tell me what you guys thought of the issue down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let's get some predictions going. Let's get a discussion going. What do you think of Dayne? What do you think of Lady Adria? Where do you think this is going to go? Who was your favorite background character you saw at the party on the planet Breel? Tell me in the comment section down below. There is so much to talk about and so much that happened with this issue, so I would love to hear your thoughts. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys around. Peace out, take care of yourself, and have a wonderful